sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing
My name
to
is
take
Marshall.
the hit.
I'm ripping that motherfucking Motor City, bitch. I just turned Slaughterhouse to a quintet, began a trend set, murdered a friend's pet, made shit as ill as it can get, went in depth like a fucking vignette.
This is the 2015 Mahindra MOJO. It has a 295cc single cylinder engine that revs to 9500 rpm, producing 26.45 bhp at 8800 rpm and 30 Newton meters of torque at 5500 rpm. With 4 valves per cylinder, it has both fuel injection and liquid cooling. I have a lot to complain when it comes to new bikes, and this is no exception. But more on that later. Let's focus on the good. The Mahindra MOJO is a very well put together bike with sticky Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2 tires, and each surface feels good to touch apart from a few niggly bits. The ride is smooth and there are virtually no vibrations at speed. The 300cc motor is torquey and pulls hard enough to satisfy the enthusiast in you. I didn't get to test it, but it seems comfy for long journeys as well. So as a tourer, this bike works, but for city, the story is different. The pillion seat is uncomfortable, the big radiator heats up the shin and legs, the turning radius is wide and it only gets you 25 km per liter. The brake feel is weird and it takes some getting used to. And the major concern is the cost. Coming in at 1,80,000 ex-showroom Mumbai, it isn't cheap. And just one set of tires costing 13,000 rupees, it's not cheap to maintain either. This is my main concern with modern bikes. They are not meant for the city, but get driven mostly in cities. For the average person, the bike is a cheap mode of transport. Get something like a Discover or Splendor with that long comfy seat and you can transport 3 people while getting 70 km per liter. And similarly, for the average consumer, a second-hand 2 lakh rupee i10 makes more sense. It has seating for 4, is more comfortable, has a higher top speed, and has similar costs. But say you are a 44-year-old dad who has a nagging wife and 2 shouty kids. You want some peace and quiet and to go out for the weekend. If you have a car, the family will insist on coming with you. And what excuse will you give? And what excuse can you give? But if you have this, no one can say anything. Everyone knows you'll go alone or with your other midlife crisis friend who has a similar bike. That is the market Mahindra is going for. A solitary riding experience. Mahindra MOJO, the official bike of the dad who doesn't want to deal with his family. And that is the direction all manufacturers are going for. But I wish more bikes were made for the city, because let's face it, most of these bikes will end up in the city commutes anyway. This video doesn't condone tripling or any sort of illegal activities, but we can't deny the reality as well. Now can we? Haha.
If I overdo it, you drove me to it. When I step in the vocal booth, think I'm supposed to do a murder you on a fucking track like Tony Stewart. In one take, if I fuck up and I don't redo it, you couldn't sound grown on a beat if you were moaning to it. The day I don't say fuck you all, you can throw me through it. Rooting is tooting is shooting is from the hip with the sentiments, Eminem is pinning them for the women. I'm an enemy to them and the epitome of a nigga said of an idiot, but they consider me equivalent to chlamydia. They're trying to get rid of me, gadgets.
Now if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit.
But I stickity stand for the figgity flag of the United States and the freedom I distribute these raps to. And if I catch you doing anything hindering or prohibiting that, after I get me the tattoo.